Hey everybody, it's Pastor Andy from the Seneca Church of God of Prophecy. I wanted to take just a couple seconds of your time, a few minutes if I could, out of your busy day and schedule, and just speak with you a little bit about what we are going to be doing here at the Seneca Church. We are excited that coming up on June the 7th at 11 a.m. that we will begin to transition into our Phase 4, which is coming back into the house of God, into the sanctuary of our God. We are so excited that we're able to do that, and for our praise team to get back on the stage, and for Pastor Andy to I'm excited about getting back behind the pulpit and to just worship the Lord together. Now, this coming Sunday is a fifth Sunday. It is May the 31st. Now, that will be our last tailgate service outside. So again, I want to make sure you remember that this coming Sunday, May the 31st, we will still be outside having our tailgate church. I've thoroughly enjoyed those services as our neighbors and community have come out at different times and at different points and just worshiped the Lord with us. And we are looking forward not only to being back outside with them on May the 31st, but we are setting our sights on June the 7th as we begin to transition into the house of God. Now, I've got a few points that I want to make, a few rules, if I might, so that we will all be ready for us to come back into our building. Now, keep in mind that when we do return into the sanctuary, because Phase 4 is not our full restoration phase, which is Phase 5, we will be having limited amount of services. We will be only meeting on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. and Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Now, as for the rules that we want to make sure everybody understands and so that we are all on the same page, the first rule that I want us to remember is to continue doing social distancing. As we practice social distancing, it helps to protect our brothers and sisters. And remember that we should try our best to keep at least 6 feet apart. Our second rule is that our pews will be spaced apart. This will make it so that when you come into the house of God on June the 7th, not every pew will be available, but we will do our best to separate them so that you will be able to come with your family and worship the Lord in safety. Now, the third rule that I'd like us to remember is to remember that as soon as the service is ended and we have said our ending prayer, to please remember to exit the building in a timely manner. This will help us to be able to come back behind you and clean and sanitize as needed. So please do not forget that. I know that the custom is to stay inside of our building and to enjoy each one another's company and fellowship, but I invite you to go outside where there's much more room and the beautiful sunshine will be there to greet you. And you can, outside of our building, be able to fellowship with your brothers and sisters in Christ as you continue to practice social distancing. Now, our fourth rule that I'd like us to remember is that our offering will be taken up at the end of service. We will not be doing what is customary to us, which is passing the plate. But as you leave, you will be able to drop your offering into a basket that one of our ushers will be holding at the exit. So please remember that as well. Our fifth rule is that the restrooms will be available. However, as is the custom with our tailgate church, please remember that only 2 at a time can enter our restrooms, or 1 family at a time. Currently, we have markers that are placed on the ground for social distancing so that it will keep us all safe. Please make sure that you pay attention to each of those social distancing markers, as well as where the line begins and the wait sign that is there for you. This will ensure that everybody is to be safe. Now, there's one more that I'd like to give you today, and that is Rule 6. We are going to have an outside speaker, and that is going to be putting our worship and word. Our service will be being funneled through that speaker outside, because we know that some of you are still skeptical and a little worried about COVID-19. And while we are still entering our sanctuary, I still want to respect you and your wishes. So if you want to come to church, but I'm afraid to come inside the building, feel free to remain in your vehicle outside and listen to the Word as you remain in your car and as that speaker is pushing our service. Now, at the end of service, if you would also like to participate in offering and be a faithful and a good steward, all you've got to do is to please turn on your emergency flashers. That way, an usher will know to come to you so that you might give in that offering. Once more, I want to remind you all that this transition back into the sanctuary will begin on June the 7th. Again, June the 7th. And we are excited about gathering together at 11 a.m. inside of our sanctuary as we worship the Lord together. So please remember that and mark that on your calendars. Don't forget, we've got several services coming up that I want to remind you and invite you to. We've got Father's Day coming up, which will be on June the 21st. On June the 28th, we've got our baccalaureate service for our seniors and those graduating college. And then also on July the 18th, we will be condensing our Vacation Bible School down to one day on Saturday, July 18th. So I want to invite you all to come and be with us in service. If you don't have a church home, please come and be with us. We have a full video of all of the phases explained in about a 20-minute video on our website. I invite you to go to that, Seneca, COGOP.org. Again, our website is Seneca, COGOP.org. On the very first webpage, on the home page, feel free to scroll down and click View Video under our Phased Action Plan. That will allow you to see the full video of what we have been doing, what we are going to do, and what the Lord is going to lead us to in the future. We love you all, and we hope to see you once more as we gather back in our sanctuary on June the 7th. God bless, and we'll see you later.